Today we are going over the most popular skin from each season of Fortnite, all the way from Season 1 to the current season, and these are some of the most hyped and used skins in the game that are definitely considered some of the most popular. Now make sure to watch all the way to the end because some of these may surprise you. Before we get into it though, make sure to subscribe for more of these types of videos. As always, it is free and you can always change your mind. With that being said, let's get straight into Season 1. So first up we've got the Skull Trooper skin, and I think everyone can agree that this skin is probably one of the most hyped skins in Fortnite history, especially before it returned to the item shop. Everyone wanted to get the skin, and people were buying accounts and just trying to do everything to get the Skull Trooper skin because it was considered one of the rarest skins in the game, and obviously it did eventually return in the following Halloween, and I can't imagine how many sales that must have generated. It was probably one of the most sold skins in Fortnite. It must have just been so insane in terms of how many V-Bucks were spent on that skin. Next up we've got the Black Knight from Season 2, and again this was a bit of a difficult one for Season 2, but I did go with the Black Knight because it does also have the Black Knight shield, and I know not many people use it anymore because there's a million more skins you can use, but definitely back in the early stages of Chapter 1 it was definitely one of the most popular skins, and in my opinion definitely the most popular one from Season 2. Moving on then, we have got, this one was so easy, the Raven skin. Now, this was released in Season 3 and this was by far the most hyped skin in the entire season, and it's not even a question. If you played Fortnite during Season 3 then you'd know how much hype was based around this Raven skin, especially when it got teased on Fortnite's Twitter, and just the entire Fortnite community were talking about it because everyone wanted to get the skin, because back then the standards for skins weren't as high as they are now, and this was just so ahead of the time, and it just seemed like such an epic looking skin. And I think it's safe to say that anyone playing Fortnite back then wanted the Raven skin in their locker because it was one of the most insane looking skins in the game, and it was probably one of the most highly anticipated skins to release in the entire history of Fortnite. Moving on then, we have got the Soccer skin, and you could have gone with a few others for Season 4, maybe the Omega skin, but for me I've gone with the Soccer skin because I think it was the traditional sweaty skin back then, and there weren't really many sweats in the game back then because Fortnite was still kind of new. It was only out for a couple of months and there weren't really that many sweats in the game, compared to how you have them now, and this was one of the only sweaty traditional skins in the game. I know a lot of streamers were using the Soccer skin, and then a lot of other people wanted to use them because if you use the Soccer skin back then, people would think you're a sweat and you're automatically a good player, so they were probably one of the most popular skins from that season, in my opinion, but there were definitely a few others you could go for this season. Moving on then to Season 5, we have got the Drift skin, and I think this one was definitely one of the most popular skins in Season 5, especially with all the animations on the skin with the pink sort of lightning. I think it definitely made the skin stand out and make it a bit more unique compared to some of the other skins that released during that season, and in my opinion it was probably one of the most used skins at the time as well, because whenever you jumped into a regular game in Season 5 you'd see so many people using the Omega skin. Next up then, Season 6, we've got the Dark Bomber skin, and I think this one is by far the most popular skin from that season, especially how it led on to the Kevin the Cube storyline, since it did release around about that time, and it's got the Kevin the Cube animations on the skin, and obviously FaZe Sway is known for the skin. He's made a very sweaty skin now, and I literally remember the day the skin got released and everyone on Twitter was talking about it and everyone was making YouTube videos on it because it was such a hyped skin and definitely was an amazing skin to use, and still is to this day a very cool skin in game. Next up then, we have got the Fishstick, which did actually release in Season 7, and I think this one is by far one of the most popular skins in the entire game, especially with the whole fish army and Tico and everything going on with the fish skins, all the memes, the floppers, just everything about it. You gotta love the fish skins, and they definitely are one of the most unique skins in the game with all the amazing styles and all the other variants we've got now, like the princess fish and the trigger fish and all the other ones, and I think it was only right to put the Fishstick in this category. Next up then, we have got Season 8, and I've gone for the Aura skin for this one. That is the season it did get released, and especially within the past few months it was one of the sweatiest skins in the entire game. I know not as many people use it anymore, but it is definitely still a very popular skin in the game, and it is just the traditional sweaty skin that a lot of streamers and YouTubers did use, and again they don't use it as much anymore, but it is definitely still a very used skin, and when it did get released it was such a popular skin and it still is to this day. Next up then, we have got Season 9, and I've actually gone for the Focus skin. This was quite a difficult one to choose for Season 9 because there were a few other options, maybe the Singularity skin, which was heavily involved in the storyline, but for me I've gone for another Sweaty skin because they're always some of the most popular skins in the game because everyone just loves sweaty skins. And I know Booger used to use the Focus skin a lot, and I think it was definitely one of the sweatiest skins at the time of when it did release. Moving on then to the final season of Chapter 1, we have got Season X, and I've gone for the Manic skin for this one because, especially with Cypher PK always using it in his videos and streams, it did go on to be a very popular skin in the game, and then it did eventually be a very sweaty skin in the game. And it's recently got a new style which is pretty cool, but just the default regular style of the Manic skin was definitely one of the most popular and probably one of the most overused skins in the game. Not as many people use it anymore, but it is definitely a very popular skin. Moving on then to Chapter 2, Season 1, we have gone for the Ninja skin, and I've gone for Ninja because I think this was such a hyped skin because it was the first YouTuber to get their own skin in Fortnite. I know we've got other Icon series skins like Marshmallow and Major Lazer, but this was the first YouTuber, or well, first streamer to get their own skin in the game, which was such a big deal back then, and it was literally unheard of for somebody to get their own cosmetic in a video game. And obviously since then we've seen some other YouTubers like Lachlan and Laserbeam and Booger and a few other streamers get their own skins, but for Ninja this was such a big achievement back then, and there's so much hype, and it was a very popular skin during that season as well. Moving on then, Chapter 2, Season 2, I think pretty much everyone can agree Travis Scott was by far the most popular skin during that season, especially with the Travis Scott event which did take place, which was for sure one of the most just insane events in Fortnite history, and it just set the standards so high for all the other events. And I think Travis Scott's skin was by far the most popular skin in that season, even though you've got some of the others like Midas. I think Travis Scott was for sure one of the most used skins in that season as well. Chapter 2 Season 3, I've gone for the Blaze skin. As soon as this got leaked, or well, as soon as it got teased in the Chapter 2 Season 3 trailer, everyone was so hyped because everyone thought it was going to be a new style for the Renegade Raider, and people were saying the Renegade Raider is going to return because of it, but it was just a complete new skin overall, and still to this day is one of the cleanest skins in the game with the fire animation, and the way it looks in game with the glow really does make it stand out compared to some of the other skins that were released in that season. Moving on then to Chapter 2 Season 4, we had to go for Iron Man for this one. Like, it is actually just crazy that we've actually got an Iron Man skin in Fortnite. Like, if you told somebody during 2018 that we're getting an Iron Man skin in the game, like, they'd literally think you're crazy. And like, I can't even imagine if this skin released in 2018, like literally like everyone would buy it. But still, it is a very popular skin, and so much hype was around it because it's Iron Man and everyone loves Iron Man, especially with the Tony Stark style and the built-in emote and just the most insane 200 skin you could ask for. It's got to be the most popular skin from that season. Moving on then to Season 5, and this one was a bit of a difficult one because there weren't really that many popular and hyped skins released in Season 5, so I've gone for the anime skin, which was the first anime skin to release, and it was quite a big deal. There were quite a lot of people hyped about it in the community, but again, in Season 5 there weren't really that many amazing skins. The Battle Pass wasn't anything too special, and it was quite a difficult one to choose from, but I've gone for Lexa because I think it is definitely a unique skin, and there was still quite a bit of hype around it. Moving on then to Season 6, now I've gone for the Raz skin in this season. There were a few others you could go for, but for me, the Raz is definitely one of the most popular skins from Season 6, especially with the edit style it's got with like the purple style. I think that one is such an amazing skin, and I feel like it's very underrated as well. Even though it was used a lot back in Season 6, you don't really see people use it as much anymore, but it was for sure one of the most used and talked about skins back in that season. Next up then, Season 7, now we had to go for the Rick Sanchez skin, which was such a big deal, you know, like I literally can't remember the last time we've seen so much hype around a skin. Maybe like Iron Man, but like I literally remember waking up on the release of Season 7, like going on Twitter and YouTube and just seeing like everyone's so hyped about the Battle Pass because we've got a Rick Sanchez skin, and especially for the Rick and Morty fans, like obviously you love to see the skin in game, and now we've got the Morty skin as well to add to it. Like, it's just amazing, and for sure one of the best and most popular skins from Season 7. And now moving on to the final season, which is the current season, Season 8, and I had to go for, which it was quite a difficult one, but I've gone for the Tuna Fish skin because at the time of recording this video we're still quite early into the season. We haven't really seen that many skins get released, even though Halloween is coming up at the time of recording this, so we might see some amazing skins. But for now, I've just gone for the tuna fish. Probably when the season ends, it'll probably be a more popular skin that has released. But as of now, the tuna fish is very cool. All the edit styles are amazing, and overall, I think it is quite a unique skin as well, because you can apply like other skins' colors to this skin. And I think because of that, it makes it so unique. But anyway, that's the end of the video. Thank you very much for watching. If you enjoyed it, make sure to subscribe. And there's a load more videos on screen here. Click another one to keep on watching, and I'll see you over there.